It's 40, too late to start a new career. Hey, let's say welcome back to my channel, you guys. On this channel, we talk all things faith-based. We talk about entrepreneurship and everyday lifestyle. So, you guys, currently, I have been contemplating on whether or not I want to change my actual career. So right now, you guys, I am a full-time accountant, and I'm actually extremely late for work today. So today, well, on Friday, you guys, I actually worked from home. I brought my laptop home, and today I had to commute to work, which is an actual 45-minute commute from my home to my actual job. But you guys, I left my laptop at home, so I'm actually just not making it back to the house. So I have about 15 minutes to spare. Well, actually, really, I don't. But I told my boss that I'll be clocking in at 8 o'clock. It is now 7:45. So I'm going to spend these 15 minutes for myself, because the reason why I was contemplating on changing careers is because I have a lot of time to actually think and to pray on the way to work and on the way back home from work. And lately, you guys, trying to juggle my personal business, trying to juggle being a full-time accountant. I work in corporate accounting. It's just really tolling. Like, it takes a lot of prayer. And I was just actually leaving a audio message to my sisters and my mom, and I was telling them how stressful I am, like literally every day, all day. And when you're an accountant, you know, you're balancing huge balances. So I reconcile millions of dollars on a daily. Now, I'm not complaining. I am most grateful for the positioning that God has placed me in, because I'm truly blessed. I'm truly grateful. I've worked really hard to get to where I am, and I just feel really blessed about it. But at the same time, during your seasons in life, God will show you your strengths and your weaknesses. And as you're learning yourself, and as you're learning the purpose that God has for you, the direction sometimes change a little bit. So a lot of times you will have to use your current positioning to fund where God is actually placing you in your current position. So right now I am currently working on my digital marketing business, and you guys, I absolutely love it. So I have a platform to where I actually create like digital pins, digital products, and I teach other people how to use Pinterest as a trafficking source to market and advertise their business. So with this being said, I actually create digital products like digital devotionals. I was creating like planners and things like that, but the industry has become like really saturated with like planners. I'm not telling you not to. I mean, if you want to, that's on your passion. I mean, that's on your mind to do so, that you go ahead, because you never know what God will actually lead you. But I'm in a position to where God has been positioning me to create different products and services, and I have just been obedient, and I have just been allowing God to use me in this season. A couple of weeks ago, God had me going over the book of Matthew, because my podcast, well, I won't say just my podcast, but my actual YouTube channel is going more in a faith-based direction. Like, I'm still talking about my digital products and things like that, but it's going more towards how to position your business using faith-based principles and allowing God to lead you in your entrepreneurship. So while I'm doing this, God has put it on my spirit to actually help other women who are transitioning in this same aspect. And it's just really crazy how it's working, because I have a lot of people who also work in the corporate setting, and they're needing that. Like, I'm not perfect, you guys. I'm not perfect. Not at all. Okay. I have several faults. My life is a mess. God is continuously working on me, and I'm just loving the process. I've learned to become more grateful in the process. I've learned to control the spirit of perfectionism. I had that bad, y'all. I had to really pray about OCD and just trying to be the perfect mom, be the perfect wife, be the perfect employee. And God is really showing me through my lifestyle that I don't have to be those things. I don't have to be perfect. I am okay in the imperfect version that He has created me in. Because you guys, when I tell you I have been stressed, and I know you probably could tell, like, one of my eyebrows is up higher than the other because I've actually been experiencing like facial spasms. So this is actually a good day. Like my eyebrows are drawn on, and I try to draw this one up a little bit higher, but it just seems like the more I try to match this one over with this one, the higher this one gets. But for some reason, the muscles in this side of the face likes to like go up, and it's crazy when I actually think about it and I give it acknowledgement, it actually starts to trigger more. So I'm trying not to think about it, but that's actually the reason why I've been kind of MIA on my social media platforms, is because I was experiencing those facial spasms because I've just been so stressed out. Like, it's crazy because when you look at your life, you look at how blessed you truly are, but during the process, during the seasons of actually getting there, situations are just stressful. So the reason why I even came on here is because I really wanted to vent. Like, I really want to use my platform as a platform used to vent and to, like, if I can help anyone with my situation, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. God has put it in my spirit to read Power of a Praying Wife by Stormy O'Martian. So I'm gonna get around to doing that, you guys. I just have a lot of things going on. Oh, and I broke my bridge, you guys. You know, I shared last year that I had underwent a procedure to get this whole right side redone or whatever, and I was eating granola. I've been trying to be healthy. I was eating granola, you guys, and I broke that bridge. So that's another thing that I have, is I have a series of complexes. So not only am I having these facial spasms, but I broke my bridge. So it was just kind of detouring me from actually coming on here and showing up for myself. But like I mentioned, you guys, I'm not perfect. Things happen, and God is getting me there. Okay, so throughout my imperfections, I'm going to be showing up, and this is me. So in the very beginning of the video, I was asking you guys, is 40 too old to change careers? And as I was on my way back to the house, you guys, I was thinking about this. Now, I will say this, I haven't prayed about it. This was just a thought that I had when I was coming back home, but I'm really thinking about getting into clinical therapy, because as I was reflecting when I was shopping back home, you guys, I had the best experience. I mean, the utmost best experience being employed as a life coach. And now that I am getting more into faith-based content, I really want to become like a Christian-based, like, clinical counselor. And maybe that's not where God wants me to be. Maybe he wants me to continue to use my platform to spread, awareness. But whichever direction it is, I know that it's not corporate accounting. I know that God is allowing me to work in corporate accounting to fund my dreams, to fund my purpose, and I'm here for it. So if there's anything that you can take from me, is to not allow your situations to stress you out, but to be more grateful in the process, because God is pruning you. And I know that it may seem hard to bear, but if you can just hang on to it, just hang on to it. And I know it sounds crazy coming from somebody that's having facial spasms, but that has come from years of me not knowing how to handle the situation, come from years of me not fully trusting God with my situation. So now that I'm here, now that I am acknowledging the, not consequences, but me acknowledging what can happen if I don't give God and, full control, things happen, so I'm just now in a season where God has that full control. And God has been guiding me to do certain things on my platform, and I just want to be obedient. So I made it back to the house, y'all. I'm about to get ready and go in. And I got all cute today. I got my cute little red outfit on. I want it to be really cute for work. I'm one of those people, I love dressing up for work. And that's why I was saying I love what I do. So I'm not ungrateful or anything like that. I just know that God has so much more in store for me. And I'm just practicing being a good steward of my job, practicing being a good steward of what God has for me on the back end. And I don't know, I'm thinking about it. I feel like I didn't do a really good job explaining about the digital products, but as I create more videos, you guys, I'm going to go more in detail. And actually, I have videos out there already. I'm just trying to give like a snapshot because, like I mentioned, you guys, I'm already late, but I really just want to come on and talk to you guys. So I just hope and pray that you guys have an amazing day on today. And whatever it is that you may be going through, give it up to the Lord. And if there's anything, like any questions or anything that you may have, feel free to drop it down in the comment section, you guys, because we're building a community. Oh, and speaking of a community, you guys, I'm actually, I know I keep saying I'm going to launch it. I know I keep saying that. Several videos I had mentioned that I was going to launch my community, which is called Digital Pins Academy, which is a faith-based community that I use to teach women. I'm going to use to teach women to allow God to be first in their life with their business endeavors, with their entrepreneurship. And we're just going to build a community based off of that. I haven't yet launched it. And the reason why is because, like I mentioned, I had to get over that spirit of perfection. I was just thinking, oh, I got to have this together or I got to have that together. But God's telling me to start. So one of these days, I'm going to go ahead and get all of that started. And the reason why it's taking me so long, well, one of the reasons why it's taking me so long is because it was actually like a fee-based community, but God has put it on my spirit to make that community free. So I got to go and change a few things on the back end. And a lot of the information that I have already put on there talks about those fees and stuff. So I want to make sure that I go on there and have all of that updated before I allow anyone into the community. So it's gonna be a lot of changes. But like I do want to mention that the community is going to be free. I do have digital products and things like that for sale. So it will be some fee-based items in there. But as God tells me to move, that is how I'm going to position that community. So if God has placed it on your spirit that you want to be a part of that community, come on. If you have a product and service that you want to advertise as well, come on, because I have figured out Pinterest. I've figured out a way to market and sell my digital products, and I just want to share that with other people. Because a lot of times, you guys, we feel like we have to get on social media and join the hustle community, and you don't. Pinterest is like the long game, you guys, and it's not going to be anything that's overnight. So I don't want you to jump in the community and think that you're going to just make bukus of money overnight. That's not how Pinterest works. Pinterest is like a long game. You get on Pinterest and you establish your foundation. And as you build your trust in your community on Pinterest, Pinterest will circulate your information. It will circulate your products and services. But in this community, I teach you how to create your actual funnel, your emailing system, blogs if you want blogs, your website, things of that nature. And it's from the ground up. That's how great the product actually is. It's literally teaching you how to start from the ground up. And it's everything that I've learned. I've paid hundreds of dollars to different mentors. And I'm just trying to give it to y'all. I'm trying to give it to y'all, okay? I'm trying to give it to y'all because, and that was one reason why I had a fee on it, is because I paid so much in mentorship. And a lot of my mentors were telling me, make it a fee-based this, make it a fee-based that. But if you are being God-led, God will tell you how to position your business. He will tell you where to put those fees, where to apply this, where to apply that, what to make free. So the community is free, okay? It is free for you guys to join. And as soon as I get that together, I'm going to be linking that to my YouTube videos so that you guys will always have access to that. I'm on social media as Christy Love, but however, I don't actively have the social media apps like on my phone or on my computer. So if you look me up and you see that my social media accounts are inactive, that's the reason why, because God has me in a season to where I'm just on Pinterest, YouTube, and WordPress for my websites and my landing pages and my actual blogs. But you guys, I'm telling you, I have a system and the system works, okay? So if you're to the age to where you're tired of being sick and tired, this is for you. And I don't know why I was kind of led to say that, but this is for you. Because you guys, I will be turning 40 on April the 2nd. And I have been in banking since 2006. I mean, I have my degree. I have a bachelor's degree in business. I've even had my own daycare. I've done so much in life. And when I say that life coaching was the best position that I was ever in, starting over at 40 doesn't seem like a bad idea at all. Like, my ultimate goal is to work from home full time. And that's why I was saying I have to really pray about it, because if I were to get into like clinical therapy, like to become like a clinical therapist or a clinical counselor, I would have to go back to school, and I don't know. I may just, sorry, my battery went low. So if it froze, I apologize. So I don't know. Maybe God is just positioning me to use my YouTube channel. But we're going to pray about it. And if that's the situation, if that's where God wants me to be, I'm already here. So I guess the answer is just to keep going. So yeah. So wherever God is positioning you, keep going. Don't stop. Don't quit. Even if it feels like it's going downhill, don't quit. Okay? Don't stop. Don't quit. Don't stop. Oh, and let me show you this to you guys. So, in case you haven't seen my lives, this is some of the products that I offer. I do digital devotionals, and I have actually created a hard copy version of it. So this is the actual notebook. I got it printed off of Canva, and this is the actual hardback copy of the 31-day devotional. So I'm also in the process of getting together 11 more devotionals just like that, because I actually started off with a 365 daily devotional, but God told me to break it down into increments of I put that on my mouth. I'm so sorry. Increments of 31 days. So I'm going to break it down. So instead of having just one yearly, I'm going to break it down into 12 months of daily devotionals. And then when God put it on my spirit to launch the full 365, I will do that. But we're getting it. Okay? We're getting it. We're getting it. It is my dreams, my passions are coming into a reality. And I'm just grateful for this. I'm sorry, y'all. Now I'm just babbling. Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. If you want to like journey along with me in this season in life, in this journey, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. So subscribe to the channel because we're building over here. Okay. We're building. God is positioning me. And I just want to share all this with you guys. So let's get it. All right, you guys. Have a great day at work. Bye.